Hello, this is Broyar, and welcome back to another episode of our Let's Play for Football Manager 2023 as we continue our road to glory run with Banbury United in League One. We have picked up a couple new players. We'll take a look at those, although one's technically not new. We've also been trying out a different formation for the last several games with fairly good results. Let's see if we can keep that up as well. Let's get right into the episode. All right, here we are. As you can see, I believe the last game you guys saw was Portsmouth here, which is a game that I believe we ended on strikerless, if I remember correctly, because we decided that our guys were playing pretty well without strikers. And so, as you can see, ever since that time, we have gone strikerless. We've gone with a 4-2-4 wide formation, 4-2-4-0 wide formation, and fairly good results. And we had the one bad game here against Swindon. But honestly, other than that, wins all the way around, except for a draw against AFC Wimbledon, which is a team we know we can beat because we did beat them like 4 games or 3 games ahead of that. So we will have to play a replay, unfortunately. Thankfully, that one will be a home game. But yeah, we'll go through this real quick. First off, we did beat Crew here with a goal from Chilvers. We then again lost to Swindon in unfortunately in that game there. But as again, away from home games are always going to be tougher. We then went up against Wrexham at home. We beat them 2-0 with a goal from Dickinson and a goal from Alibi. Look at all these 5,000, 5,000, 5,000, or sorry, 5,000, 5,000, 5,000, 5,000. All these home games that are capped out at 5,000. If our stadium was any bigger, we'd be making some good money right now. We went up against AFC Wimbledon in our first time against them. This was an away game, but again, so it's kind of unexplainable about this one. Although I think we got a little bit FM'd in this, and I'll get into that. But we did get a goal from Alibi and a goal from Taberner in this game. I believe Alibi was playing in that attacking midfielder role, Taberner on the right-hand wing. We then went up against Luton at home, a goal from Charles and a goal from Richie. Richie playing on the left wing, Charles playing again as our attacking midfielder in the center, or one of our 2 attacking midfielders in the center. We'll look at the formation here in just a moment. Then we went up against AFC Wimbledon. Again, a draw here, but we were dominating this game as far as every other stat is concerned. 19 shots for us, 6 on target, 1.66 XG, 6 corners. I mean, 86% possession. Possession was amazing. Pass complete was amazing. Possession was also amazing. We dominated this game. There's no real excuse for why we didn't get a goal in this game to take the victory outright, but we will get another opportunity, obviously, at home. So maybe that's some more money, more tickets. So I guess in some sense, it's probably okay for us, except for the fact that it's going to give us a little bit of fatigue. But we do have a really good squad with a lot of good rotation, and we can get into that here in just a moment as well. And then finally, we went up against Birmingham most recently and beat them 2-1 with a goal from Richie and a goal from Charles again in this game. Although I think I skipped the 3-2 game here against Southampton under 21s, which got us into the quarterfinals of the Papa John's Trophy for whatever that's worth, with a goal from Kamara and a pair of goals from Dickinson in that game. We were pretty dominant in that game. Honestly, they just got a late goal. So it was actually more lopsided in our favor than it looks. Although, of course, as you can see, our fans don't really care about the Papa John's Trophy, as you would expect. So that's that. As far as anything else, finances, we have, basically nothing left in the transfer budget. In fact, probably what I need to do is move all that over just to kind of help with the wage budget, making it look better. We've spent it all. I didn't mean to spend it all, but we had, I want to say an opportunity. Our hand was forced in a way. Because if we go look at our transfers, first off, you guys can see, it doesn't really matter about the money, but we did just let Bradley Foster leave. He was just a spare goalkeeper we had. We got like $3,000 for him, so don't worry about the money there. But over here on the left-hand side, bringing in, obviously we've seen Kirby. Kirby is not done very well, to be fair. In fact, can we look at where are we looking for? Player performance. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for form. There we go. If we look at the most recent games here, he is, where is he at? Look at, his rating is not super great. He's done okay, 6.8s in a couple spots. He's had a 10.0 game. We've seen that happen before. We know he's capable of scoring. He just hasn't been scoring very well lately. That's one of the reasons why we went with strikerless, is because he just wasn't getting it done up front. Thankfully, some of our other guys are getting it done. I don't know if Kirby's going to be long for us going to be around forever. even if he's not worth something to us, maybe he's worth something to somebody else. I don't think he's lost that much value. So even if we don't play, if we find some reason that we need to get rid of him, hopefully we can still get most of this money back and it's not that big of a deal. But as you can see, we did bring on Trent Hurd. Now you can be thinking, Trent Hurd, I thought he was already here. Well, Barnsley recalled him on loan, as you can see, because two lines above that, we had him on loan. They recalled him on loan because we weren't playing him in the position that they wanted him to. I think he was playing very well. He was actually on a 7.0 rating. So he was actually one of our best players. So that's why I went ahead, even though I wasn't initially planning on doing anything in the transfer window, in January transfer window, because I was trying to save some money, I went ahead and went out and got him. I mean, a guy on a 7.0 rating, he's dropped down to a 6.98 now, which obviously is not that bad. 7.72 in the 4 games he's played in the Papa John's Trophy. I mean, the guy can play. He can play on the right. He can play in the middle. He's done okay. And heck, technically, he can play trained as a defensive left fielder on the... That's crazy. But, I mean, the one game we've played him since we got him back, didn't do so good. But before that, 7.0 rating is not too bad at all. We've done some good stuff with him. So I went ahead and brought him on. I just didn't want to lose a player that we knew had been playing well for us. And then we got this guy here from West Brom, Max Saylor. This is a guy that my director of football brought in. He is a loanee. We don't know how good he's going to be. I subbed him in. I'm sorry. No, this is not me subbing him in. Actually, I don't think I've had a chance to play him yet. We just literally just got him. So maybe we can get a chance to either see him today or one of the other games in this episode. But he comes in as theoretically our best left back, just to give us another option over there. Not that we had some troubles with our other guys, but I mean, it was a good player that came up, and I was like, you know what? I don't have a specific reason not to bring him in. My director of football thinks he's going to be okay. Why not? Let's see what he can do. Sometimes director of footballs come up with some really, really good picks. So that's the direction that we went with that. But anyway, let's go ahead and get into today's game. Here's the team. Here's the formation we're running, right? Obviously, we got the goalkeeper in the back. We have, obviously, just everything from here back is the same as it was before, right? Chizobo on the left, Beck and Monzi coming in on the right-hand side, Smith and Ferran in the middle, Hazeman and Mabaya in our midfield. Playing pretty good. Honestly, 6.94, 6.82 over the last 5 is not too bad. Our big help is that our 2 defenders are just playing outstanding, quite frankly. And then Matheson, when we bring him in, we're giving him a little bit of rest today. He's been playing really, really well. Honestly, our whole defense, 6.8 and above is pretty respectable. I can live with that. And then as you can see, over the last 5 games, since we've gone strikerless, our front guys have actually been playing pretty well. And we've got so many options for front. On the front left side, we've got Kamara, Chilvers, Richie, Hurd, Dickinson, Kirk. Any of these guys can play fine up there on the left-hand side. On the right-hand side, look at this. Any of these guys can play fine on the right-hand side. In the midfield, in the attacking midfield, any of these guys can play in the center here. Like, we've got so many options to move this thing around that are no matter how many games we're playing, our flexibility is just, next level. We're ready to go. So, as you can see, we got Hazeman and Mabaya, like I said, in the midfield, Richie on the left, Kamara on the right, and Charles and Chilvers currently coming in as the attacking midfielders. But again, any of these guys can do that as well. We do have Salisbury back finally from his huge long injury. We really have not gotten to see him play very, very much, unfortunately, at all. So I think we played him. I guess it looks like we played him a few games and then he got injured. So hopefully we get to see him a little bit as well. But other than that, this is the team that we're going to be bringing to this first game. And I'm actually going to put a quick skip, so I'll be right back. Just apparently my dinner is here, so I will be right back and we'll get to the game. All right, we're ready to go. Again, here's the team we're going to play for Charlton. Charlton is, oh, by the way, I kind of totally skipped the big point of all of this and our good form. We're in second place. Kind of buried that one, didn't I? Kind of important that we are, in fact, in second place. Now, currently we are 4 points ahead of the next closest. However, Portsmouth does have a game in hand, so they could get as close as 1 point behind us if they win that one. But overall, we are doing well. Truth be told, we're a very good League One team, with the only team ahead of us being obviously a championship level team. Like Charlton is just, they're next level. They are a level above the rest of this, but we are right there neck and neck with all these other guys. I think we could win or lose against any of these teams because these are all pretty good teams here. Except for them. They're the exception to the rule. Now, we do play them today, like I said, so could be an interesting way for us to make a little bit of a statement. Now, it's not going to be enough of a statement for us to catch them, I would imagine, but could be enough of a statement to just make things a little bit interesting as far as just how we look. So that's the team we're playing first, and then, of course, we will play the second, I say second leg. It's kind of like a second leg, the replay against AFC Wimbledon in the FA Cup third round. So let's go. Should be a good matchup. Well, hopefully a good matchup. We'll find out. I mean, I expect us to lose, but hopefully we don't get embarrassed. That would be the goal. Very interesting formation we got here. I mean, it's something. I don't know. One of the interesting things about this formation is that if we do lose a man because of a red card, which we did once, it almost doesn't affect us that much because we're so shrunk together that, of course, they're going to get a goal not in regular run of form, which is completely, you know, we might have the best team in the world out there, but if we can't, like, not stopping that doesn't mean anything, right? Like, it's like free kick goals are, I don't know, they're frustrating for sure. Here's Chilvers with a free kick. I don't expect a goal off of this, but you never know. We have scored goals off of those before. Smith with the ball now. Oh, I thought he was actually going to bury that one. That looked like it was close. I mean, they're playing that. This is a formation that so many people are playing in 23. It's just, it is an extremely hard formation to break down, and obviously very effective. I mean, we could run it, I suppose, but I don't know. It just feels weird to run this formation that everybody else is running all the time. There's Hazeman with the ball. Back over to Smith. Smith gets it up to Hazeman, over to Chizoba. Chizoba gets it up to Richie on this left-hand side. We've seen Richie do some amazing stuff lately. Charles! Oh, why does that not go in? Oh, we had so many chances right there. We needed that one. We absolutely needed that one. I'm actually going to shout out the boys. Demand a bit more. That looked good. Truth be told, we've looked better than them. They just got that lucky free kick. I mean, that's so sad that the reason we're losing is because of a lucky free kick. All right, what we got to do here? Chilver's not playing especially well. We'll bring him out of here. We're gonna give Salisbury a chance here. I think I'd like to see him get back into this in the swing of things. See what he can do. We know he can play. Just whether or not he can play now or not is a big question. Yeah, I guess we'll just leave the midfielders out there. I didn't realize I didn't have a midfielder on the bench. I was not paying attention. I guess we'll get Chizoba out of here. Bring Sturgeon here. And we'll do that. Hopefully that is enough to get some sort of spark here. I say spark. I mean, again, we've played well. It's not like we need much of a spark to play much better. Kamara down to Chilvers. There's Chilvers with the ball. Pushing the ball up. Can you get somebody inside? There's Richie! Oh, and it goes in! Richie has played so well from that left-hand side since we moved the strikers back. Not that he wasn't playing well before, because he's always played well. But he's played even better since we moved the strikers back, because now he's the guy that's getting in there, playing like a striker, coming in from that left-hand side. He's been incredible. He really has. We might actually want to change this. If Chilver's just picking up an assist there, he might be worth keeping on the field if he's got a little bit of a hot foot right now. So we'll come back to that. We'll do a couple subs here in the 60-minute mark instead. We'll hold off on the subs for right now. Come on, guys. Here we go. Good catch, Sack attack. Come on, guys. This is a home game against the #1 team in the league. For all intents and purposes, this is a championship level team. They will be in the championships next year. I cannot imagine they will fall apart and lose that first place slot over the rest of the season. I mean, stranger things have happened. I expect that this is the team that's going to go up next year. Will we go up with them? I don't know. Not if we play like that. That's for sure. Goodness. I mean, that one's fair. The free kick is frustrating. That one right there is, they outplayed us there. I mean, that's a fair goal right there. I mean, I hate losing goals like that, but at the same time, they beat us fair and square on that one. Like I said, compared to the free kick where it's just like, you got lucky and turned the ball around our wall. Good for you. Okay, so we're definitely doing some subs here. Instead of Chilvers, who obviously has picked it up and started having a good game, Actually, if anything, we probably need to move Chilvers back to the midfield and bring somebody else on because Hazeman is having a pretty tough game right now. We will go ahead and do the Salisbury move. That is still going to happen. And I think we will go ahead and do the Chizoba move. So the same type of moves, just instead of taking Chilvers off, we will leave him on. I do probably need to get Richie out on the next sub. Actually, we have one more sub right now that I probably should go ahead and take care of. I really don't want to get Richie out just yet, though, because he's playing well. I'd like to give him a few more minutes here. I like how it says his average rating is 6.55, but we know it's actually better than that. It's just because he came back and he hasn't done well in the one game he came back on. We'll bring him in. We know he can play. I'll see what he can do today. Come on, guys. Pick it back up. We know we're capable of beating this team. We're actually outplaying this team today. They just got the goal. Like, that's literally all it is. We are getting slightly FM'd. I mean, maybe that's a bit strong to say today compared to some other days, but it feels a little bit like that. Matheson can come on, and then I think we've got to get Richie out of here just because he's on a yellow card and he's tired. I think that's combo is just enough to go ahead and get him out of here. Come on, guys. One more thing here. One more. Anything we want to change with the instructions? Let's go ahead and turn on counter press. We got get stuck in. We're going to go ahead and trigger press more often. We're actually going to... I don't know. I'm just going to go a little bit higher tempo as well. All right. Highlight for Charlton here. Smith with the ball. Gets it over to Hurd. Hurd up to Dickinson. Able to pick that up. He gives it right back up, though. That is not what we need to see. And there's Evans getting past the defense. We got lucky on that one. He should have scored there. That's for sure. Come on, guys. All right, let's go ahead and go full attacking here. Did we? I mean, I feel like we deserve the equalizer. I don't think we're going to get the equalizer, but I feel like we totally deserve the equalizer. And truth be told, I don't think it's a stretch to say that we deserved to win the game. We did not get blown away by them. Absolutely did not. They scored more goals than us. Theoretically, they should not have. So honestly, I'm happy with that. That is a great result in the grand scheme of things. Obviously, the formation is working well. If we can play that well against a team like that, then I'm okay with that. That is fine. I'm not even going to blame the team at all for that type of stuff. Sometimes it doesn't go your way, and I think that's one of those games. Unfortunately, this tells me that Portsmouth will take second place if anything happens with their game. So more than likely they will take that spot. So I would say we're effectively in third place at this point in time, because I would be surprised if they lose, because they're obviously a good team here. But I mean, formation's proven itself though. Again, I don't know how it's doing so well, but it's proving itself. That was a really good result there that should have gone our way and just didn't. All right, we'll be right back for AFC Wimbledon home game in the FA Cup third round. All right, we're back for game number 2 of this episode against AFC Wimbledon here. Here is the team we're bringing to this game. I think mostly the same. A couple changes, though. I think mostly just our defense is changing because we're giving some rest to Foran a little bit, as well as... it was mostly just Hammack. I think he was the one that was the most tired at the moment. So we do have, obviously, goalkeeper Zach Attack, Chizoba on the left, Becca Manzi on the right-hand side, Smith and Katongo in the middle. Alibi is actually coming back to the midfield. That's another change there with alongside Oyedel. Because I think we had Hazeman and... Who do we have? Hazeman and... I forget who was beside him. But anyway, Richie comes back on the left-hand side. Kamara on the right-hand side. Kirby and Chilvers in the middle. So some of the same people. Some changes here and there. But it's based on fatigue. Because we're playing a lot of games right now. We do got to do a little bit of rotation based on that. Other than that, let's go. This will be our first game to feature Sailor. He'll be coming off the bench, but give him an opportunity to impress us, hopefully. If we play like we did in that last game against this team, I think we'll win. Of course, To be fair, we've played that way against this team and drew, so no guarantees. All right, easy stop for a Zack attack there. Deep kick up. Unfortunately, not anything for us to be able to get control of here. So here comes... Oh, man. Come on, guys. All right. We got a little bit lucky there. They got a little bit greedy and went a little bit too quick. Should have slowed down just a smidge. I mean, so far we've looked pretty flat here at home in front of our home fans. So let's demand a bit more here because I think we need to pick it up a bit. There's Kamara with the ball over to Oyedel. Oyedel gets the cross. Alibi's going to be able to pick that one back up temporarily, but not enough to keep control, unfortunately. And here... Oh! Oyedel does pick that one up. He does not get a foul, thankfully. Chilvers over to Richie! Richie just taking care of business for us. If it wasn't for Richie, we would not be... we might not be doing well these last couple of games. He has just come alive. And Chilvers, too. That's the Chilvers-Richie connection right there. We saw it last game. We saw it again here. Very similar plays. All right. Well, I mean, that's a good way to start the half. So let's see if we can keep things up. Free kick coming here from Chilvers. Can we flip the script here and get a free kick goal ourselves this time around? Nope, not quite. All right, 50 minutes in. Let's see. Anybody we want to swap? Actually, not really. I mean, there's nobody really is super tired. Everybody's playing mostly well. We'll give them another few minutes here. Probably do 3 subs at the 60-minute mark instead. There's Beckamonzi right there. Kind of gives that one up. That is not what we want to see. Thank you, Olio, picking that one back up. Kirby over to Chizoba. Chizoba on a yellow card. Probably one of our candidates to get out of here. Kirby does nothing with that one. I don't know what that was. Good takeaway back by Chizoba. Chizoba plays well. I mean, I want to get him out because he's on a yellow card. Also, I want to see the new guy, Sailor. But other than that, he's played extremely well. Oh, Chilvers! That was your chance, buddy, to kind of give us that cushion that we need. Chilvers with the corner kick coming in. There's Katongo. Right to the goalkeeper's arms. All right. I mean, we're looking good. We deserve another goal, in my opinion, but I'm also biased. Okay, so do you think we get Chizoba here off that yellow card? We want to see what Max Sailor can do here. I mean, nobody's playing super poorly. So I think what I'll do, I'll get Isaac Smith. It's a little scary sometimes to swap out defensive guys, but we need some guys with energy. I think that's still going to be the right move. And do we want to swap anybody on the front side out at all? I mean, Kamara's not playing. It was like super well, so we'll bring Dickinson on that spot and then go from there. Kirby just not playing well in that Shadow Striker role right now. Really not at all. I mean, I hate to bring the 2 guys out that are playing well right now, but I also can't risk them just getting completely tired. So I think we will be bringing them out. We'll bring Salisbury into there. And probably move Dickinson across to the left. Because we had another person come on the right-hand side. We got Taberner can come in here. Or Hurd, but we'll bring Taberner in. We brought in Hurd last time. Come on, guys. Get one more. It's one more is all I'm asking for. Kirby, step up, buddy. Step up. Man, Kirby, I don't typically flop that badly. We have flopped so badly on Kirby. Come on, Sailor. What you got, buddy? What you got? Gets the cross, hit the cross. Salisbury was in the area, not able to do anything with that, though. Taberner back to Alibi. Up to Kirby. Thank you, Kirby. Thank you. Finally. I mean, I don't know that we really needed it in this game because 2 minutes left. I don't think they were going to come back and draw it up. But it's still good to see that he finally gets something going here. I mean, it was a good goal, too. Good to go. Buddy, do more of that, please. Please, my friend. We're paying so much money for you. We need like twice as much of that. We need you to at least get another 6 goals before the end of the year. I need you in double digits by the end of the year. Is kind of what I'm looking for. I would still call that not really a success, more of a, maybe not a total failure if he gets into double digits. Because really, for a guy as much as we're paying him, we need at least 20 goals from him. But if he gets into double digits, he gets like 12 goals. That's not terrible. We can deal with that, right? We can make that work. But no, that was good stuff. Good stuff, guys. We are moving on to the next round of the FA Cup here. We definitely want to praise some guys here. Katongo playing... go back. Katongo playing well. Oyedel played really well. Alibi, both our midfielders played extremely well. Nobody else playing like lights out great, so we'll just call it there. Did an excellent job, guys. Keep it up. Not a bad episode. Like I said, we looked pretty good in both games. We did only get the 1 win, but we were not embarrassed in this game by any stretch of the imagination. I thought that was a good game. Hopefully you guys think so as well. Formation's working right now. I mean, it's not going to work forever. It's just not, formations just don't do that. They don't work forever. Eventually they figure things out. But for right now, I do feel like we're getting more production out of this particular formation than we have in the past. I mean, Richie is really coming in alive on that left-hand side. Really, really doing a good job. Next game you guys are going to see is going to be somewhere down here, obviously. Possibly we might come back pretty quickly here for the FA Cup 4th round. I mean, might as well show the FA Cup games as long as we can. This is a home game for us, so unfortunately it is going to be limited on how much money we can make. It would have been better if we could have been an away game. That's just not the way it's going to work out, unfortunately. So yeah, we got 3 more episodes. We got one up here in February. We'll show something in March, and then of course we'll come back probably for the Portsmouth game at the end. So probably Lincoln and Portsmouth, just because those 2 teams are both, well, actually Lincoln's not doing well. I thought they were. But Portsmouth obviously is currently 2nd place, as you would expect. They did get their game in hand, so they're ahead of us by 2 points. So it could come to, if we can hold our current run and just kind of finish out the same run as them, then it will come down to that final game to see who gets that 2nd place spot. Are we ready for promotion? I don't know that we were ready for promotion to get to League One. At least that's what I thought at the beginning of the year. And somehow we have proven that I am wrong and we are actually okay. Do I feel like we are ready to get promoted up to the next league? I don't know. I mean, again, it kind of goes back to like our stadium's not big enough by any stretch of the imagination. We're just not getting the money to compete with these other teams. Even right now, like if we go look at team detailed here and go look at transfer spend, we've actually gained more money. No, I'm sorry. Am I reading this right? We've gained more money than we've spent. Is that correct? No. Why does it say that? Is it counting from last season? It must be counting from some of this stuff in the last season. Like McNabb, Hagen, Okek, who are both, you can't see it right here, but they were all in the, triple digits. So maybe it's counting those. So I don't know where that actually is counting from, but anyway, it's fine. We haven't spent a ton of money. We've definitely spent a little bit, obviously. But the other thing is the salary down here, and I think that's the big story. We are not the worst, but we're not at this level. I mean, we're spending 2.38 mil on salary. These guys are spending 4 times as much on their salary. 4 times as much. It's insane. It's absolutely insane. But yeah, I mean, Portsmouth is actually not that far ahead of us on their salary. They're actually a little bit more reasonable compared to us. How is Cardiff? Where's Cardiff? Are they even here? There they are, way down there. Oh, crazy stuff. But anyway, put a cut in there. We'll come back, get to see the 4th round, see if we can get past Hull and go on from there. But I do appreciate you guys watching. May God bless you, and I hope you join me again next time. Thank you, and goodbye. I wanted to give a special shout out to the following channel members. Thank you so much for supporting the channel.